Now, that's what when we were talking earlier before the show started, you and I, that's kind of where I was going. It's funny that Banner says the same thing, because I think this sort of stumbling upon this identity, 8-9 weeks in of a run-heavy offense is kind of indicative of what they think of Jalen Hurts. And apparently Banner thinks the same thing. Welcome back to the middle on a Football Friday. Harry Mayes, Barrett Brooks, taking you to the top of the hour. Don't forget, we got Dan Cilio later today, 4 o'clock to 6 on the NFL Football Show. Now, I want to read you a headline here. I believe Joe Banner was on John Clark's podcast this week. So this is where this might have come from, because I see in the Philly.com, the headline here. Joe Banner says, Nick Sirianni's new run-heavy approach shows the Eagles' current take on Jalen Hurts. Now, that's what when we were talking earlier before the show started, you and I, that's kind of where I was going. It's funny that Banner says the same thing, because I think this sort of stumbling upon this identity, 8-9 weeks in of a run-heavy offense is kind of indicative of what they think of Jalen Hurts. And apparently Banner thinks the same thing. Now, don't you find it coincidental? Is it a coincidence that Howie Roseman himself made it a point to go watch Kenny Pickett play last night? And it was like it got out. It was public information. Howie wanted people to know that he was going to personally check out these quarterbacks. What does that tell you?
I mean, it's kind of messed up, man, that you look at Jalen Hurts this year and what was asked of him and the position he was being put in, and you make an assessment of him, and you don't even give him an opportunity to run with the offense that that they should have been running. You put I think it was like 86% of the plays that were played this year all ran through Jalen Hurts and his ability to go out there, improvise or read option or something, in which he was making a decision. Right. They really didn't allow him earlier on to just hand the ball off. And then the play calling was horrible because they didn't know what their identity was. But it is very telling that they're going with this run heavy, because now they're saying, all right, it doesn't matter who's there, right? Who's at the quarterback position. I mean, if we have somebody there that's good, okay, that's fine. But at this point, we just run the ball. I think it'll be more telling if Minshew plays, and if they bench it for Minshew, or Minshew goes up and starts splitting time with him. That'll be more telling on what they think about Jalen Hurts, more so than Roseman going out and see. I think it was just the perfect storm that he can go out and see both quarterbacks at one time dueling against each other, see who's going to have the better game, see who can perform under pressure. Yeah. Now, do I make too much of the fact that it was him going out there and he didn't just send Andy Weidel out there or some other scout? He went out there personally. That's him making a point. Right. Telling everybody, I'm the Italian evaluator. Yeah, I'm the guy. This is on me. I'm here. Yes. And all you fans want me out of here. Guess what? I'm here. And I'm going to show you that I'm here, because I'm going to go out and scout the quarterback myself. Yeah. That's exactly what I thought. I'm making the decision. What I thought. I'm the big Willie. You know what I'm saying? Look at me. I'm the big fish. Right. So if I'm coming out to see this, some decisions are going to be made, and I'm going to be the one making them. These are Jeffrey Lurie's personal binoculars that he has given to me for this road trip. These are owner's box binocs. Yeah, look. Okay. You all see it. Yeah, we all see it. That would have been great. They just scouts. They sent scouts. Yeah. When they panned the camera into that booth with all the scouts one after another sitting there, and you saw Howie, if he would have gone, we all see it. You'd have died. Oh, I would have. You know what I'm saying? Nothing to see here. Right. Nothing to see here. Right. See, that's the thing. I just don't think they're going to be able to resist having 3 first-round picks
and a quarterback that they think is a nice player, but he's not the guy. And I think that's what they think.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
but Harry, when you look at that still leaves 2 first-round picks. What are they going to do with them?
Mm-hmm.
You know, because they don't have to trade anybody to do anything to get the best quarterback in this draft.
Right.
They're not going to have to maneuver anything else.
Right.
They'll be right there to get the best player, the best quarterback in the draft. They'll be right there to get it.
Right. I don't think Aaron Rodgers or Russell Wilson is coming to Philadelphia.
No, I know they're not.
Yeah. I think Green Bay would want to put Aaron Rodgers in the AFC.
Yep.
You know, I could see him in Denver.
And that's what everybody's still saying.
Yeah, I could see that.
That's what everybody in Denver's saying.
Oh, they are?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You talk to anybody, you know. I mean, ask Joey B. All they're talking about, you know, and that's our pulse of Colorado, Joey B.
Mm-hmm.
He's on the stream today, but he's our pulse
of
Colorado.
He is. Oh, he's in there.
Oh, he's in there.
He's probably in the men's room right now. He took a little break, but he's in there. In fact, yeah, he's talking about Pat Shurmur on the chat.
For what?
Pat Shurmur, I guess, isn't he the offensive coordinator in Denver?
Yeah.
How is he still in the league?
He was with us, skated out of here, and went to the Jets.
He's been with everybody.
Pat Shurmur.
Don't you find it amazing that some of these guys, they just continue. They just go from team to team to team.
Just recycle them.
Yeah, and they're just, I guess they're good enough to get the job, but they're never good enough to keep it.
Well, it's like they recycle guys, you know, and they might not do it here, but they'll go somewhere else and do it. I don't understand it, man. I don't understand it at all. I mean, you're asking a guy to come in with Chip Kelly and be the offensive coordinator to an offense he knew nothing about. Nobody knew about this Chip Kelly stuff,
right?
But he learned it and was able to go out there and coach it. He then goes where? I think he went to the Jets then. No, he was with the Giants, wasn't he?
Well, he was with the Giants. He was. I think let me pull up his resume. This could be good.
But what was telling to me that he became the interim head coach instead of Deuce.
Yeah, he's been an interim in a couple of places, I think. Right. Wasn't he an interim in Cleveland too?
Yep. Yes, he was.
I think so. Yeah.
And that's when Deuce really knew that, hey, I really ain't got a shot.
Exactly.
I don't have a shot. So
now his head coaching record is 19-46.
Ooh.
So he's a 4-12 guy.
Yeah.
You know how Jeff Fisher's a 7-9 guy? Pat Shurmur's 4-12.
Oh,
he was 4-12 with Cleveland. The next year he was 5-11 with Cleveland. Then he was an interim with the Eagles, and he won a game in 2015.
Yep.
That was after Chip Kelly got whacked.
Yep.
Right. Chip Kelly got whacked after that Saturday night game at home against the Washington football team, where they
got
won.
whacked on the plane. Yeah.
No, they were home.
Oh, were they?
That was the last game he coached. It was a Saturday night game, week 16 or whatever, and then week 17, the final week, Shurmur coached, and they won. They probably beat Dallas, who didn't have anything to play for, probably.
Yep.
Then in 2018, he was with the Giants. He went 5-11. 2019 with the Giants, 4-12. He stinks.
I guess he can call offenses, man. I mean,
really?
Well, no.
I might pick the Eagles now just because he's there. Yeah, he's been the OC in Denver for the last 2 years. Wow.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah. I'm just trying to see. He's been with the Giants, Minnesota as an OC, Philadelphia as an OC, and St. Louis as an OC.
What did he do there?
Back in 2009, 2010, he was the offensive coordinator. They don't have his record for that. I mean, that goes against the head coach. So.
See, I got plenty of stuff to write my prediction now.
Well, yeah. Well, I know you like the Eagles to win the game.
I do like the Eagles, and it's not because I'm being a homer in all actuality. Seriously, I don't think that they're going to be able to get up like they got up against Dallas as they did with the Eagles. They're not going to be able to get up to that, because they see us as just the team that they should just beat. They think we're just one of the teams they played in the beginning of the season when they went 3-0.
Right.
They look at us like a Jacksonville. and look us like the Jets.
The Giants,
and we are just like those teams. We can't get out of our own way. We find something to work and then get away from it.
Mm-hmm.
So this team, they've gotten better as far as not causing all the penalties. They stopped shooting themselves in the foot. One side of the ball is playing damn good. The other side of the ball has a lot of work needs to be done. So I'm an offensive guy, so I see the positiveness in the offense.
Mm-hmm.
But when you look at defensively, man, there's no way I can look past the way they've been playing. I can. When I'm breaking down stuff and I see the things that I see from this Gannon-led team, it just doesn't make sense to me. But I'm going to tell you this. They're going to try to run on this Eagles defense.
Yeah, I would too.
Yeah.
They got two good backs.
Why pass it when they can just run all over them? That's what they're going to do.
But weren't you telling me earlier today that you think Gannon and the defense are going to play similar to the way they played in Detroit and be more aggressive because they don't really respect the Broncos?
They don't. Yep. And I think that's going to be our only saving grace. Because when you start playing guys defensively more aggressive, you call them aggressive games. It activates those guys to play more aggressive at the beginning of the snap. And the pre-snap read is the reason why this team is so bad. You give a team 9 yards of cushion, they throw it twice. That's a first down. So why would you even, sway away from that? That's why the Chargers beat us the way they did. They could just dink and dunk all the way down the field. Anytime you have drives of over 10, that's just totally disrespectful to the defense. And they had like 4 of them. Now, they went from the 1 to the 1.
They had 2 15-play drives the Chargers did last week.
Come on.
One did not end in a score. Dak Prescott, 80.8% completions against the Eagles. Mahomes, 80 even. Tom Brady, 81. Derek Carr, 91.2. Think about that. Justin Herbert, 84.2. That's an average of 83.5%.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah. Insane. Quarterback ratings. 143 for Prescott, 131 for Mahomes, only 102 for Brady, 113 for Carr, 123 for Herbert. I don't know how the hell they get to these QB rates. I don't know how that's factored. It's kind of a stupid stat. If you ask
one
me.
thing we know is bad.
Yeah. 14 touchdowns and only 3 interceptions, those quarterbacks against the Eagles. That's what I mean. They don't turn people over.
And that's one thing he promised us.
Yeah.
We're talking about promises. He promised us an aggressive defense that's going to be multi-fronts and go out there and put pressure on quarterbacks.
Right.
He's done none of that. It was like a straight lie. He's done none of that. And I would think, with him coming from a Zimmer tree, that he would.
Mm-hmm. Well, they blitzed 30% of the time last week and never got there. They never touched Herbert.
Well,
that's pretty amazing.
Yeah, I mean, that's because you just didn't give him enough time to.
Yeah.
You got to give him more than a cushion of give me a 4-yard cushion, a 5-yard cushion instead of a 10-yard cushion. Watch when we watch this game. There will be times where you'll see both our cornerbacks line up deeper than safeties. They'll be the same level as safeties. And that's the way they play this defense.
Mm-hmm.
How? How can you play a defense like that? All you got to do is run slants, comebacks, and out routes all day, and you got first downs. All day. That dink and dunk stuff go all the way down the field, and they think, all right, well, they'll make a mistake. These quarterbacks aren't making mistakes.
They're not making mistakes, yeah. Yeah, here's the other thing. Last week, did you find it kind of funny that they didn't run one screen pass, the Eagles? You had Bosa, just coming crashing in every play. He's like, it's like he's running the 100-yard dash. He's down in there in that sprinter's stance, and he just comes busting up to try to get the quarterback. You throw a screen behind that.
Throw a screen. We call them slow screens to the running back.
Mm-hmm.
And we know our running backs are dynamic when they get the ball, man.
Right.
They can play well.
Boston Scott, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to see him
run one
screen. Yeah. Give him a screen or a draw play. That's how you slow that down.
Right.
But with this defense, I don't think you can, because this defense, they two-gap the guys up front. So when they say they two gap, they hit the guy and they sick in their gap, and they have both sides of the ball, the player that they have to read first before they go. And that just makes it slower when you're doing that.
Yeah.
This time they're going to have to make sure they play in the seams. This is going to be a seam route game. If the Eagles can take advantage of these routes in the seams, because the linebackers will be, doing these zone blitzes and stuff like that, they can catch these guys in these zone blitzes. And man, with the talent that we have, maybe a running back on an angle route or a Texas route in the middle, sit down in the middle, he'll be wide open a lot of the time. These tight ends will be wide open.
Right.
If you run play fakes, man. If they can run play fakes and fake the run, these guys will be open all day. But they got to take advantage of running the ball first. That'll open up the play action.
We got to get Jalen Hurts to use a certain audible for you. White Castle. He just comes to the line of scrimmage. He looks at the coverage, and all of a sudden he goes, White Castle.
Or hit me with this. Sliders.
Yes. Yes.
Sliders.
All right. I know you like TJ Edwards, but what have you seen about from Davion Taylor in the last couple of games?
He's learning the game. He was so far behind as far as being a linebacker and his ability to play the linebacker. He has all the intangible. Speed, he's aggressive. I mean, he can cover. He can do all that stuff, but he just needs to know when to do it. And that's the big thing. He hasn't learned yet when to be aggressive, when not to be aggressive. He'll overrun a lot of runs and not react as fast as he needs to react on some runs. But one thing he did see from TJ Edwards, he saw how aggressive TJ Edwards came down the ball on his run fits and hit those guys, wasn't allowing the double team, which helped this team stop the run. They're stopping the run now. Now Davion Taylor is activating himself and coming downhill and hitting guys, and making plays around the 3 yard. Either 3 yards before or 3 yards after the line of scrimmage. Right. Those are called impact tackles. If you can make tackles around there, you're playing well. But all these getting tackles 8 yards,
8 yards down the field,
it doesn't make sense, right. So right now he's alternating with Alex Singleton. Both guys are alternating, and depending on what the situation is, whether Alex is in or not. I think, if you look at Davion Taylor, he's playing on first and second down. Then Singleton's coming in on third downs, second and third downs. But I mean, it's great now that I see TJ Edwards really stepping up and being that linebacker that we need to come downhill, fit in the run fit, and make some plays. He's bringing his hat, man, with a vengeance.
All right, now here's one other place where the Eagles may have an advantage, and we didn't talk about this yet. Special teams against the Broncos. I think it's more about what the Broncos are. They're 29th in Football Outsiders special teams rankings. 34 of their 45 kickoffs have resulted in touchbacks, but when the team returns kickoffs against them, they've gotten big returns. They're allowing a league worst 35.7 yards per return, including 4 returns of at least 35 yards.
Wow.
In this day and age in football, that's pretty big.
That's huge.
Yeah.
And I like Michael Clay, the special teams coach. But if they can return some, man, I'm all for it, because they've shown the ability to be explosive. Put Jalen Reagor back there. When he gets the ball, he can run, man.
Yeah.
Give him an opportunity.
They also had a punt blocked last week against Dallas.
TJ Edwards started it all up.
Yep. Actually, I wasn't able to watch that game because I was doing a show, so I missed this. They had a punt blocked against them.
Yeah, but
but they were able to keep possession.
Yep.
Because a player on the Cowboys return team touched the ball past the line of scrimmage.
Yep, and they recovered it.
No kidding.
So they blocked the punt block, and when it blocked it, it went over the line of scrimmage. So when it went over the line of scrimmage, one of the other players touched it, trying to recover it, and dropped it, and then another player from a Denver player grabbed it and tried to advance it, but it couldn't advance because it's past the line of scrimmage. Okay. So they got the ball right there where he recovered it at.
Wow.
It was like bam, bam, bam. It was like, a quick hit and play. And I was thinking like, oh man, this is over. This is over for Dallas. It was already over for Dallas, but this is over for Dallas. You know what I'm saying? they're finally gonna get a chance and an opportunity to score. And what happens? The call turns.
Now, did you think it was kind of stunning that Dallas kept Dak Prescott in that game? It was 30-0.
Yep.
And he's just coming back from an injury, that calf injury, right?
Well, I think it was more so Cooper Rush, fulfilled his second team quarterback requirements. He's the backup quarterback. They don't want him out there.
Yeah, but I mean, in a 30-0 game, you're risking your franchise quarterback.
Right.
I mean, just so the head coach wouldn't get shut out.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's what it was about.
I know that's what it was about, and also I know that,
I don't think Jerry could have been too happy about that.
Right. They couldn't turn it on. They couldn't get going. They couldn't get jump started. Mm-hmm. And I think Zeke's out also. Zeke's out this week.
He is?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, Zeke's out this week. So where did they go?
Maybe I don't like Dallas this week.
Look at Tone said Falcons going to give Cowboys problems.
I saw that.
Well, they are going to give them problems because they have Randy Gregory out, who's there. He's
always out though.
Yeah, but when it comes to substance abuse or he's hurt,
I mean he's been out more than he's been in since
he's been healthy this year though. He's been healthy for the most part this year.
Right.
But then also Zeke is out. So I mean that's two integral parts of their team's concepts, as far as defensively and offensively.
Mm-hmm.
Can Tony Pollard play as a starter? We'll see. He's still a pretty good back.
Right. What do you think of Cam Newton coming back?
You know what, man? I think it's almost a ploy. You know what I'm saying? To get faith back in that organization, faith back on that team.
Uh-huh.
Because if you look at it, they weren't going in the right direction. They were the fan base was starting to lose a lot of hope in them.
Yeah.
Them bringing him back is almost like, all right, look at us. We're trying to compete again. We didn't bring him in because he's a fan favorite. We brought him in because I owed it to my team. He said I owed it to my team to compete and win more games. So that's why he brought him back.
Wow.
He's getting paid too. He's getting $10 million.
Well, he could make up to $10 million. I think it's incentive based.
Man.
Yeah.
We're doing the wrong things right now. I should have been throwing the ball, man.
I know, man. I know. All right. Wow. Outside of the Eagles game this week, what's the best game for you on the board? Is it Seattle, Green Bay? Russell Wilson's going to play with that injured finger. It looks like he's on the mend, and Aaron Rodgers might play.
You know what? I think the best game that I'm going to watch is probably that Rams 49ers game.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I think,
that's Monday night.
Yeah, even though, you look at the Rams, they're a far better team than the 49ers.
Mm-hmm.
It's an individual game. When you have those games in the division, anything can happen. And right now, I think this team is trying to play for Shanahan's job now. This is going to be one of those games they're trying to play for his job. So that's going to be an interesting one. Another interesting one, man, will probably be this Buccaneers-Washington game. Just simply because they always play tough against the Buccaneers, man. They should have beat them last year.
Minnesota and the Chargers is going to be a good one, too, I think.
That is going to be a good one. And if their running back, what's his name for the Vikings?
Dalvin Cook.
If he can get his head straight and screw back on straight and play the way we know he can play, it could be a good game, man.
Could be good.
Anytime a woman will come to your house that stole your garage door opener, come in, mace you. That's tough, man. That's tough love there.
Seriously? Bro. That's what happened?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, she had the remote to the
garage door. Yeah.
Goes in, they get to argue, whatever. And this is just what I heard. They maced him, and then he got a broomstick, and I mean it was a lot of nonsense. Yeah.
Yes, Kevin Bloomfield. I'm with you on the Vikings on the money line.
What is the money line?
I forget what it was. There it is. I'll tell you what it is. I like them to win that game.
Minnesota?
Yeah. Yep.
I'll take that also.
Yep. Plus 145.
Yep.
Yeah. Plus 145. All right. Now you said you got more games in the MAC.
Well, I got
for
more games coming up.
broadcasting?
Yeah, I got more games coming up. In a minute. I'm going to do some championship games.
Well, that's what I was going to ask you. Are you on the MAC championship game call? Do you know that? Yeah,
we don't know just yet. He said I'll know after the 20th. So
okay.
We'll see. But
don't they play that in Detroit?
I think so.
Yeah.
So I mean,
it's another White Castle trip, is what I'm getting at here.
As soon as you get off the plane, man, it's 5 minutes from there, bro. 5 minutes from there, you can go ahead and get you a double slider with cheese.
Yeah.
I tell them to hold the ketchup. I don't want any ketchup on it, man. Hold the ketchup, add mustard.
You put nice mustard on?
Yeah, that's
wow.
It kind of puts a little zing to it.
Mm-hmm.
It's a great sandwich, man. It's a great. Get 2 of those. Get you a fish sandwich and some clams with a
clam
nice
strips.
Clam strips. Yes, the clam strips. And all you have to do is add a little Fanta strawberry.
Yeah.
Woo!
All right. Amazing. On that note, I'm going to say goodbye. Enjoy the football all weekend, Barrett. Have a great
you too, man.
A great time on Sunday with Seth and the boys, and we'll be back here on Monday at 11 o'clock.